What up, baby? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Booyaka shot. What up? Black Suburban Dad here. And today I want to talk about, is your man broke?
Nope.
Well, he could be. So, is your man broke? Does your man have enough funds to take you out to have a good time? Does your man have enough funds to date? Are men out here even capable of dating women if they don't have funds?
Nope.
Well, in today's market, if you haven't heard, everything has flipped on its head. Jesus Christ, right off the bat, just ate dinner. Everything has flipped on its head, went topsy-turvy. The dating market is not the way that it was 10 years ago. Now, I remember 10 years ago when I first got with my ex-wife. It's been about 10, 11 years. Yeah, it's been about 10 years. Man, it's been a long time. So we've been together for a while. But when I got to her, all I had was a hope and a prayer. And I did have a newer car, but it was like a $12,000 car. So, I mean, it wasn't a big deal at all.
Nope.
But I think she's seen something in me because women definitely have the eye of the tiger. And also, she was a single mom, so she was kind of down on her options, even though she is definitely a good-looking girl. I will give her that. And she probably seen something in me, and she was like, oh, you know something? I can finesse this guy. You know something? We can actually move in together. Even though he does not make as much money as me, I make more money than him. And, yeah, he drives that little Chrysler, that little broke-down thing. And you know something? I still have that freaking 2012 Chrysler 200 sitting right in my garage right now. Give it up. So I bought that car brand new for $12,000. Still got it sitting in my garage right now. And I still drive it to work. I got another car. I don't even drive that thing that much. I mean, I drive it on the weekends, but it's more of like, it's my, my nicer car. So, when I'm out, when I'm going from city to city, state to state even, with my son and going out to do different things, that's when I take that car. But during the week, I still take my Chrysler, man. Still got it. So that's the car that she actually met me in, and that's the car that she divorced me in. So anyway, went back then. All I had was a hope and a dream, a prayer, and I had some game. I was definitely spitting some game. I was running that reverse psychology. Now, if I try to run that reverse psychology, it could possibly work. It actually has worked, kind of recent, but, they still was like, hey, can I have some monies? Can I get a little bit of monies? Can you just lube my palm a little bit? And me, I was like, now get out of here. Leave. I demand you. Leave my dormitory. And I'm out of here. No, not that way. It's that way. So anyway, yeah. Game back then, it would actually work 10 years ago. Now, it could possibly work if you are the right guy. You have to be the right guy. And in one of these videos, I'm going to show you, the girl explains that if you are the right guy, then possibly it could work if you don't have any funds. You might have other things. You might have the look. You might have the presence, You might have that Pookie shit going on, all right? You might have that Ray Ray stuff going on. You might have that Trayvon stuff going on with the hoodie and everything, walking through the park, But anyway, if you got the right stuff, then you probably don't have to pay a fee to get it, or you don't have to have funds to get it. But the thing about it is, you're not going to keep her for that long at all, because you can have somebody, I'm not even going to use myself. You could have somebody, just say it was another guy, looked exactly like me, dressed like me, probably lived where I did, drive the same car, gold chains, all that stuff. So you can have a guy kind of like similar to me be on the back end of that, and you wouldn't even know he's there until you know. He could be there, provided some other things, taking her to steak dinners, taking her to Joey's, taking her to $250 dinners, shit that you can't do. But you're getting it for free, but also you're getting all those problems along. So you're really not getting it for free. You're taking a mental toll. Me, look at this. I ain't got no gray hair. I ain't even going to tell you how old I am. I ain't got no gray hair. I ain't got no grays in my beard. Nothing. This shit right here is unheard of. So I'm not stressing. Your ass going to have gray hairs by the time you hit 26. And I'm just going to be sitting back laughing, okay? Because, look, your girl could be sliding through, just not saying me, but a guy that looks like me with, doing everything I do. She could be sliding through a guy that looks like me and doing everything I do. And then that guy could just hand her right off to you like a quarterback hands the ball off to a running back and give it right back to you, man. You take it right on into the end zone, right for a touchdown. And a guy that looks like me, that's not me, but he just looks like me, he could be sitting in the stands rooting you on. You did it, boy. Yep. Oh, do I see a marriage? Do I see a marriage in your future? Go get him, boy. Shoot her fingers. And a guy that looks like me can just be sitting in the crowd cheering you on. Still to this day, bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheese. Clapping, folding her up like fresh linen. But anyway, I got some shucking and jiving. So let me see. Let's get into some politics as I see it. How about that? Let's get into that. Okay, where am I at? There I am. All right, so anyway, we have President Trump on politics as I see it. And that's a long video, drawn-out video. I didn't watch the whole thing. Sometimes it's kind of exhausting listening to Trump talk, even though I support him and all the things he's doing with the tariffs. It's the art of the deal. That's what it is. It's the art of the deal. This man wrote the book. So all you people out there like, oh, man, the tariff is going to be tough. Yes, it's going to be tough. He's been talking about this for years. It's going to be tough for a year and a half. It'll be tough. But then you'll see things starting to ease up, especially if these countries go along the way that it seems like they're going to be falling into place. Besides China, I don't know about them. They are the wild card. So the two biggest superpowers in the world, you have the United States and you have China. Now, China is definitely not going to want to back down. I think it's Xi Jinping. He's definitely communist. He's not going to want to back down to Donald Trump. So all those people out there saying, oh, Trump is a China apologist and...
Nope.
No, he's not. Oh, Trump is a Putin apologist.
Nope.
Trump's like, nah, son, everybody can get this work. All y'all get these tariffs. He's peeling off tariffs like a guy that looks like me that's not me peeling off $100 bills to these chicks. Like that. That's how he peeling off tariffs to him. So anyway, look, man, Trump talked about this before when he was going through his election cycle and when he was trying to get elected. Yes, he did win 3 times. But he talked about this before, and now he's talking about it again. So now when you get a guy to say something, it's like, okay, well, hopefully you can do that. But then he brings it up again. Just say his press secretary brought it up about a month and a half ago to 2 months ago. And now it's coming up again. So I think this is from, when is this from? A day ago. So 2 days ago. It says, President Trump is about to go down as the greatest president in U.S. history. He's called for Congress to abolish the income tax. Now, we heard about him doing this before, right? Just not too long ago. Well, he's saying it again. So this man actually means business. Fixing our economy so Main Street can thrive. Mom and pop stores, small businesses across the board. Get the IRS off our backs and America will be booming like never before. Give it up. That's enough. All right. Now, I'll play it just for a second, but I don't think he's going to be saying much, especially the amount of video clip that I'm going to play. But let's hear something from Trump.
America is going to be very rich again, and it's going to happen very quickly. It's time for the United States to return to the system that made us richer and more powerful than ever before. Do you know the United States in 1870 to 1913, all tariffs, and that was the richest period in the history of the United States, relatively speaking. In other words, relatively. And they set up the Great Tariff Commission of 1887, and this commission had one function: what to do with all the money that we took in. It was so enormous that they had no idea. It was a blue ribbon committee. It was set up 1887. And what to do with all...
All right, so you see what he's trying to do. He's trying to replace the income tax with tariffs. He want other countries to enrich the American people. He's been talking about this for, I think, 20 years, okay? You have that video clip that's just resurfaced here recently. It's going viral. Everybody's talking about it, where around 20 years ago, Trump was asked, he's doing an interview on the Oprah show, and he was talking about maybe running for president. He actually said nope when she asked him, which that the lie detector determined that was a lie. And no, I'm not editing this video. But he was talking about using tariffs way back then. So this guy, he really has not changed a lot, okay? He did go from being a Democrat to being a Republican, but everybody know he's somewhere in the middle floating around. He's really like a moderate, okay? That's what Trump is. He ran as a Republican, but he's really a moderate. But this guy, he keeps talking about it, man. And if he's able to do this, to put more money in the pockets of you guys, I do not want to see you crazy green-haired liberals still wearing masks in your Tesla, acting crazy. I don't want to see y'all sitting up here talking crap about this guy when you're going to be benefiting off the work that he did. So he's working for everybody. He's not just working for Republicans or people that identify as Republicans or vote Republican. He's actually, he's fighting for everybody, for the American people. So, I mean, you got to give it up to that guy. Getting rid of income tax, I mean, everybody could definitely prosper off of that. Everybody could. So, with that said, let's get in. Wait, what is this? Okay, yeah, so here we go right here. Here we go right here. Now, this is more of it. We're still in the politics as I see it. Now, it says, breaking. Taiwan has agreed to drop all tariffs on the United States, joining India, Israel, Vietnam, and Cambodia, who also intend to zero out their tariffs. So, they want a 0 for 0. They want a pretty much like a fair trade agreement. European Union has just offered 0 for 0 tariffs with the United States. Well, over 50 countries have called to negotiate with Trump so far. Let's hear it.
The USTR last night that more than 50 countries have reached out to the president to begin a negotiation. But they're doing that because they understand that they bear a lot of the tariff. And so I don't think that you're going to see a big effect on the consumer in the U.S. because I do think that the reason why we have a persistent long-run trade deficit is these people have very inelastic supply. They've been dumping goods into the country in order to create jobs, say, in China. I got a report.
Now, this is ABC, so you can take it for whatever you want to, but the real thing is the headline that I read, okay, and what he said starting off, over 50 countries. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but what I heard, and this is just a day ago, so it's 2 days ago. If I'm not mistaken, what I heard today is like 70 countries. So the number's going up. Trump's getting it done. It seems like he's steadily winning. It is the art of the deal. These things take time. These things take time. Just look at it like this. If you are in a relationship, just say if you're a woman, you're a woman in a bad relationship, you got an abusive guy, you know, the same stereotypes and the same shit that we've heard for decades, right? Well, once you get out of that abusive relationship, you're gonna go and try to find a nice guy. Well, you're still gonna have damage and trauma going on from that past relationship. Think about this. If you really want to heal yourself, how long is it going to take you to heal? You're going to be going to psychiatrists, shrinks. You're going to be going to the gym, try to get your physical health better. You're going to be doing all these things. So it's going to take you time to heal, just like America. America's been getting robbed for years. It's going to take her time to heal, all right? It's still going to be a process of hurt before you heal. Just like if you're in a bad relationship, you're going to hurt before you heal. So that's what that is, baby. And with that said, let's get into some shucking and jiving. Now, shucking and jiving, okay, we have the black community stepping up to the plate once again because it seems like they're always willing to swing the bat, okay? They're always willing to step up to the plate, say, give me the ball or give me the bat, I'm going to hit it out of the park, and that's what they did with this clip right here. Okay, so it says, what would cause her to act like this? Well, act like what? Let's see what she's doing, okay? Oh my God. Okay, so yes, the black delegation has entered the building. They are throwing, this looks like McDonald's fries. Look, those are McDonald's fries. I recognize those fries. Love them. They're delicious, okay? All right, but how did she even get the damn fry basket?
Bro, I just want my food.
The fuck? Bitch, fuck, bring the knife and shit.
Oh, so she's all behind the counter. So they're just letting this girl, and she has the body of like a 16-year-old. Who is she arguing with? Oh, she arguing with a YN. She arguing with a ninja. What's that? What's that noise? Oh, it sounds like a smoke detector. So anyway, she's arguing with a damn ninja. And what? Does he have a backpack on? Now, these look like young kids. They look like they're right around 16 years old. So maybe this is that they're leaving school and there's a McDonald's close. Maybe they're going to McDonald's for lunch. I don't know. But this right here, man, look at all these damn kids right here, all these little hoodlums, man. This is the respect that black men get in the community, in their own community. This is the respect that they get. They are the lowest of the low. Dogs come before black men in the black community. Unless you're like really stepping up and providing, not only providing for yourself, you got to be providing for a couple people. All right, you got to hold your mama and them down. You got to hold your daddy and them down. You got to hold your aunt and them down. All them nims, like Jericho Green said, the nims, mama nim, papa nim, cousin nim, my cousin and them. Unless you hold all them down, the black man is the lowest on the totem pole. And I've realized that, and it's a damn shame. And I start to think about, like, when I was young. Now, look, I don't think that my family actually treated me this bad. Actually, I know for a fact they didn't. But when I think about the black girls that was in school, the names that they called me, like the disrespect that I got from them. But then when I went over to hang out with some white girls, I never got that kind of disrespect at all. It wasn't even close. It was like night and day. So, I mean, even back then, it was happening. And she just like a wild-ass banshee. Nobody can tame her, okay? They're going to let her do whatever she wants. Now, when she's in this... Now, look, when she's in this... Let me catch her. Where's she at? Put the phone up, man. Now, this is her. This is her demon spirit right here, man. Now, when a woman, and I will be specific about this, when a black woman is in her demon spirit like this, there's literally nothing you can do to get her out of it except... Actually, there's one other thing that you can do, but you'd have to take the right approach, and you have to be aggressive about it. And here's the approach. This is the only other thing you can do besides what I just said. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams. Now, you can do that to get her out of the demon spirit, but it's going to take a little bit trickiness with the black female, okay? Just say like if you had a little Filipina, it'd be easier because they love to do that makeup sex. With a black woman, you might have to take a little bit of precaution. You know, you might have, especially if you're a black man. Now, if you're a white guy, no, it don't matter. It don't matter. You can snatch her up like Scorpion. Get over here. And then... Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams. But she's going to treat a white guy or any other guy of any other nationality better than she's going to treat your black ass, okay? So recognize that. Realize that. Get it. Got it. Good. That's what it is, man. Fries all up in your grill just like that. Now, I mean, look, man, I'm getting sick of seeing these kind of videos, but then I'm glad that they're still out there. I mean, that they're out there like this. We have some of the most wildest shit. This behavior could have been going on back in the day, but we would have never known it. Now we're in the area of social media. You want it, you get it. not only do you get it, but you get it now. Like I said before, I can go outside, I can crawl under my car, and somebody will have a video camera of me crawling under my car. So with them doing this wild-ass banshee behavior, the stereotype is only increasing too. I will let you know that the stereotype is definitely pumping up the volume, man, more louder than it's ever been before. Black delegation, the black community is definitely on watch. I would say, this might be controversial, but I will say indefinitely the black community, the way that other people look at black community is that they are the lowest on the totem pole by far. And I would say people, this is the way that people look at us. They're going to put black women, actually they're going to put YNs. So black teenagers or young black men from the age of 16 to 27, you're going to be the lowest on the totem pole. Next is probably going to be black women and then black men in the eyes of other people. Because with this banshee behavior right here, man, and with the activity of the YNs out here just gunning, shoot them up, bang, bang, turning people into ghosts all the time, well, yeah, you're definitely going to be looked at as lowest on the totem pole. I already told you. I talked to the girl in the Philippines. She was like, yes, black people, yes, they act ghetto. I was like, damn, man, like, really? All the way over there. So, yeah, man, this is frowned upon. Martin Luther King would not like it. And like Brandon Tatum said, he'd be twisting in his grave faster than a rotisserie chicken. All right? He'd be spinning in his grave so fast he'd catch on fire. Like, yeah, man, I'll tell you, man. So anyway, look, we're going to go to this, and we're going to stay in the black community. I'm telling you, man, look, these stories are just popping up like this, okay? I had a couple of white stories, but they were kind of weak. I'm like, man, like, nobody cares about that.
Nobody cares, nigga.
Story, it didn't even really have any teeth to it. Now, yeah, there were some deletion videos and some deletion stories, but it didn't really have teeth. It didn't, like, really grip you, you know? But when you get a story like this, it says black men can't understand why racist Dunkin' Donuts has bulletproof glass in the hood. Hey, bro, I know, and he knows too, and everybody else knows why Dunkin' Donuts is trying to protect their employees. Let's hear what this kid and play ass, ignorant ass, whatever, I don't know. Let's see what he has to say, because I haven't heard this whole video. I just heard a snippet of it. I know it's making its rounds.
Making money at Dunkin' Donuts, y'all. Like, come on, man. What is this?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my fault. Shout out to the Right Wing Angel. I get a lot of my stories from him. Hopefully he don't flag this or anything. I'm giving you a shout out, brother. And plus this channel's so small, you probably won't even hear about it, for reals. So all them stories, I got them from you.
Got him! Got him!
And I will continue to get my stories from you. Okay? All right, let's listen to it.
It's crazy.
Straight bulletproof glass through the whole thing, man. I mean, you can't even breathe on these people. Look how sealed this is. This is a professional seal. Like, you can't even talk to these people barely. Appreciate you, man. Getting up every day and seeing something like this, bro, that do something to your mental up here.
Yeah, it should do something to your mentals. It should let you know, like, damn, it should make you look around like, yeah, this place is fucked up. I need to get out of here. That's what it should do to your mentals. It should let you know, man, like, if you have to have, I could go to any trailer park in the United States, the great United States, and I guarantee you there is no Dunkin' Donuts with bulletproof glass trying to protect their employees. It ain't happening anywhere else except for this community. So that will let you know, yes, it does something to you mentally. I will give you that. It does something to you mentally because it's like, man, do they hate us? And then you get on social media in the I want it now, I get it now, I have it now generation. Get on social media and you're looking at stuff like Charlemagne. You're looking at Stephen A. Simp, as Black Conservative Perspective calls him. You're looking at people like Adam 22, dumbass people like that. And you're getting your news from them, and you're thinking, oh, and they're sitting up there, they're telling you, black men are a victim. And you listen to people like dumbass Jay. I cannot stand Jay-Z. I can't even, I swear to God, like, I can't even listen to a Jay-Z song. I think I was listening to the Beanie Siegel, and I forgot Jay-Z was on the track, and I was like, I remember Jay-Z was about to rap, and I just turned the song off. I cannot listen to that guy ever. He is weak, spineless, just whack, bad for the black community. I can't stand people like that. I really can't. So anyway, yeah, it'll let you know that you're living in a bad community. And it should let you know that, hey, man, crime definitely is high in this community. That's probably why they got the bulletproof glass. And maybe I should either leave, or maybe there's just a problem with the black community in this area that I'm living in.
It tell you, like, this how you feed animals in a zoo, gang. Like,
and that's the problem right there. You don't have to talk like that. Now, this whole gang shit that they talking about, like, hey, what's up, gang? If anybody ever says that to me, look, bro, I'm out of here. Excuse me, sir. What did you just say? You called me gang? Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go walk my cat. Anything but talk to you. But that's a problem right there. You gotta stop with this stupid lingo, too. Yo, what's up, gang? Like, if I hear that in the store, I'm definitely leaving. Because, for one, I'm embarrassed. Yo, what up, cuz? What up, gang? Like, stuff like that, bruh.
that's pretty much what it's telling your mentality. Like,
I'm stereotyping you right now. You hear the noise? I'm stereotyping you.
I did say I don't trust you. You feel what I'm saying? At what point?
Why the hell? Of course they don't trust you ninjas. Like, why would they? You know something, man?
Do we like, we tired of getting treated like animals, tired of getting treated like this? Like, bro, like, you telling me I can't even hand you my money, gang?
No, because if you try to hand you the money, gang, the gang might pop, brrrah, and take you out. That's why you can't hand them the money, gang. Probably because there's gangs in the neighborhood, gang. I mean, come on, man. It don't take a rocket scientist to put this together. You need to go fix your lineup, cuz. Gang, go fix your lineup.
Look how they taking money at Dunkin'.
Bro, look, I just thought of something, man, because this video is stupid and ignorant. I just thought of something, this video, and I hope it's still on here, and I've never played this video. I'm talking it up, and I might have deleted it. There it is right there, look. This was going to happen if you hand them the money, gang. Right here. It says doctors and engineers on the scene right here. That's what. Hey, look, they ain't got no bulletproof glass, gang. You heard me, gang? All right, cuz? You hear that, cuz? Yeah, man. This how they be talking. Nah, man. Nah, I said, nah, gang. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, cuz, bro. I was out there at the store, man. Cuz got a cat peeled off, man. Know what I'm saying, man? Look at that girl, man. Look at that shawty right there, man. Oh, man, she bad as shit, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, gang? Yeah, man. You should be talking like this. Look at that shorty over there. Man, she looks delicious. I could sop her up with a biscuit. She be just like some fresh made gravy. Sop her up real nice. That's how I want to hear the black community talking. Let's make a change right now. Right now. The black community, no more of that gang shit. Hey, what's up, gang? Nah, I'm saying, nah, man, bro. Yo, cut. Yo, cut. I don't want to hear none of that. I want to hear the black community talking like this. Hey, what's up, cousin? Yes, cuz. Okay, hey, gang. Yeah, what are you guys doing tonight anyway? Do you guys want to go and shoot a game of hoops or something like that? What do you guys want to do tonight? Oh, you know something? I just thought of something. Let's go look for some bitches on the block. How about that? Okay, you know I'm outside, right?
Catch me outside. How about that? Huh? Catch me outside. How about that?
That's how I want to hear black people talking from now on. No more of this other street slang, Tupac mixed with Biggie street talk. I don't want to hear no more of that. No more. But look, they ain't got no bulletproof glass. See, that's what happened, gang. I tell you, bro. Man, we hurting out here, bro. We hurting out here, man. All right, damn. You know, so I'm not doing this on purpose. I'll throw a zinger in there. Now, look, this is a story, right? I swear to God, I'm not doing this on purpose, man. A video of a woman running for her life is going viral. Excuse me. I'm drinking liquid death too. So this is terrifying right here. Look, man. A warning is advised. You have to be 18 or older to watch this clip. I'm going to play it, YouTube, okay? This woman running for her life. The video's going viral. Let's check it out. All right, YouTube, I'm going to play it. Whether you like it or not, I'm playing it. What the hell is she running from? This is not good.
At 5:30 a.m., as she stepped out of her house to leave for work, a white BMW quietly rolled down the empty street and came.
Okay, so she peeped game straight off the rip. Now, we all know what that means. If you living out there on Crenshaw and Slauson, then you already know if a white Beamer rolls up and they stop.
Came to an abrupt stop right in front of her driveway.
Look, she thick, too.
The sharp gaze of the man inside the car.
Hey, bro, she thick. So, look, I can't believe this happened to her. Ladies, be safe. This is about to be terrifying.
Locked onto her, making her
Look,
heart
she peeped game. She was like, nope, I got to get out of here. Let's see what happens.
race.
She ran. She's like, I'm out of here.
She dropped the trash bag and rushed toward her house.
Now, what would make her run? She must have seen something. Did she see a gun? Did she see a deceased body in there? Something that she's seen in that car is definitely making her run. It's got to be something. It's got to be something scary.
But in her haste, left the keys dangling in the lock.
Okay, so you can't do that. You got to get the keys out because whatever in that car is definitely going to try to get you, man. I'm terrified just looking at it.
Struggling to pull them out, she felt her terror.
Oh, that's a white lady, too. That's a white lady, as ABL would say. That's a white lady. American raised, American born. 100% USDA. And she thick.
Intensify.
All right, she got him out.
The door
Who the
shut
hell's in
and
that car?
locked it.
Oh, somebody's
She saw
getting
the
out.
man step out of the car and start walking toward her
There
house.
he is. Who is he?
What she thought was a dangerous
Oh,
man.
shit. It's a ninja. He out there. He's just delivering packages for Amazon. It's a damn ninja. See, that's how they looking at y'all out here, bro. She out here running for her life. She was like, nope, not tonight. Not on my watch.
Harming her turned out to be nothing more than an Amazon delivery driver, simply doing his job by leaving a package.
Bro, look, but you got the whole Pookie starter pack, though. All right? You got the dreads, man. Cut them damn dreads off, okay? I don't know if they're well-maintained or what, but you got the dreads rocking. You know, that's all she see. Black man, dreadhead. Look, I got to go. He definitely going to try to delete me.
On her doorstep.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, she's like, what is he doing? He should not be in my neighborhood right now. Not at this hour. What time is it? 5:30 in the afternoon? It's already dark. And this is from 2024. So
At 5:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m. What the hell is she doing out that early? Is she fully dressed? She must be going to yoga class or Pilates.
To leave for work, a white.
Oh, she's going to work. I missed that. Not dressed like this, she ain't. Wait, she going to work.
BMW quietly rolled down the empty.
Nah, son. All right, I didn't even notice that. She's going to work dressed like this. What kind of job she got? Does she work at a gym? Is she a personal trainer? She going to work dressed like this. Now, I know it's not anything like, of course, 5:30 a.m., you're not going to be rocking like some, I'm not saying she's going to be rocking high heels and a dress and all that stuff, but what she's wearing is some form-fitting clothes. And
street and came to an abrupt stop right.
What kind of job would you be going to rocking something like this? Okay, you got like the Asics or the, what are they? The Adidas. Your hair is done. You got the Kim Kardashian ponytail, nice form-fitting shirt and pants. You got the cell phone blazing, and you got the package taking out the trash like a good woman should. What kind of job is she going to dressed like this? teacher?
Nope.
Sugar baby?
In front of her driveway. The sharp gaze of the man
She
inside
thick.
the car locked onto her, making her
She
heart
said,
race.
nope, not on my
Panic
watch.
surged through her. She dropped the trash bag and rushed toward her house. But in her haste, left the keys dangling.
Bro, she was so scared of that black dude, she left the keys dangling in the door latch.
In the lock. Struggling to pull them out, she felt her terror.
She's like, look, he's getting out. I gotta go.
Just as she slammed the door shut and locked it, she saw the man step out of the car and start walking toward her house. What she thought was a dangerous man intent on harming her turned out to be nothing more than an Amazon delivery driver, simply doing his job by leaving a package.
That the jury's out. He still could be dangerous. I don't know him. He still could be dangerous. But man, look, that's how I'm telling you, man. That's how they looking at y'all out here. They ain't looking at me like that.
Nope.
Look, bruh. Look, they looking at y'all like that, man. You got the fries. You got. Let me see. What am I at? 36 minutes already. All right. I'm going to have to get this thing rolling. Man, that's crazy right there. I got some other stories I want to do later. But with that said, let's get into some hot off the presses. How about that? Now, hot off the presses. Now, we like to go into this new dating market, okay? This is 2025. This is no longer 1993 anymore. This is no longer 2003 anymore or 2005. We are in 2025. And this year is just chugging away like a runaway train right now, man. It's loaded up with coals and there's no end in sight, right? Okay, so we want to talk about how the new dating market is kind of pricing guys out. Now, if you have not been in the dating market, if you're a guy or a girl that's in a relationship or you're married, I suggest that you stay put right where you are. Do not cross the threshold of this doorstep called freedom. Do not do that. Now, I did it, but that was 2.5 years ago, and things seem to be looking up for me right now. The jury's still out. Who knows what the future's going to hold? But I was able to catch on. Actually, I was seeing kind of what was going on. But then with the help, I'll start listening to this guy, Coach Greg Adams, on YouTube. He kind of put me down with what is actually going on out here in the dating market and how it changed. Now, all of my other, just say like anything that I would talk about as far as relationships, any of my insights, any of my input, they're all my natural ideas. I've been having these thoughts for years. If you were to ask my ex-wife, she would always get mad at me because I'm always on the guy's side. So that's one thing about me as far as like seeing things vividly, seeing things like relationship-wise. I knew that I was not putting myself into the best situation, but I said, hey, I'm going to jump in feet first. I did it, and it didn't work out.
Nope.
Anyway, enough about me. I'm going to let this nice little chocolate thing right here, and she's going to tell you why men can't afford her.
So your son definitely dodged the bullet, and also that is absolutely insane. It goes back to what I've been saying before, that I really do believe you have more and more young girls who are turning into young women who are having incredibly unrealistic expectations about dating, about relationships, about long-term marriage, and they're getting it from social media. They're getting it from these celebrity relationships, these reality TV shows. They're not getting it from real life, because how does a young teenager have the mindset that being in a relationship, especially at that age, is going to require a ton of money? Like, where is she?
And see, that's the thing right there. What she just said right there is the new dating market. Now, she just said a young teenager. And that lets you know that we're not coming out of this thing anytime soon. Now, you got women out here that's like 34 years old, and they want the same thing. They thinking not a ton of money, but they know that it's going to cost you to get in a relationship with them. They know it's going to cost you for you to take them out. Most girls is 34 years old. They probably have a kid. They might want you to pay for the babysitter. If not the babysitter, well, you're definitely going to have to run those pockets, take her to a nice dinner, no more coffee shops, go get a nice hotel, wine her and dine her, do this and that, or either just break her off with a couple hundreds right off the rip. But what she just said right there, that is the new dating market for you right there. Women want money. If they're not taking money from you, they're going to take something else from you, and we're going to get into that.
She getting those ideas from? And the only thing I can point to is social media, and it's just modern media in general. And the way a lot of lavish, just overly lavish lifestyles and all these celebrity couples and things, like how that's pushed to young.
Of course. And this thing has been going on for years. Even when I was a kid, I would see lavish lifestyle, just like MTV Cribs. Any other show, Pimp My Ride. I'm like, oh, man, that's pretty lavish. I would like to have that, even though I'm not a woman. Women back then, they were not acting the way that they're acting right now. Now, you could have a ride that's pimped out back in the day, and a woman would be like, oh, you know something? I want to be seen with that guy. Now, you could also have a guy with a Rolex on. You could have a guy with gold chains on, and a woman would be like, I want to be seen with that guy. Well, I'll tell you exactly what's changed. Now the woman is like, instead of, I want to be seen with that guy, she's like, I want to be that guy. Meaning, he has the rollie on. No, I want a rollie on my wrist. He has the gold chains. No, I want the gold chains on my neck. He has the pimp dot ride. You know something? I want that pimp dot ride. So it's not like they want to be seen with you right now. They want what you got.
Young girl. And now, like, quite frankly, you have the lifestyle of, like, retirees being pushed and shoved as, you know, an attainable standard for young women, right? Like the IG models, the IG model lifestyle, which ain't
gonna happen. And if you're an IG model, you're not gonna retire because you're probably gonna blow your money. You're gonna go to Dubai, and you know what happens in Dubai, right? They call it Dubai, okay? Dookie Dubai. They call it names like that. And if you were to go, and I don't know if Google would show you this, but just say go on TikTok and Google Dubai, and you'll see a bunch of stories probably pop up, because I haven't Googled it, but probably pop up of content creators talking about how these IG girls, if you see them and they're taking a photo shoot in Dubai, or they're taking a photo shoot in Turks and Caicos, they're taking a photo shoot in Africa, there could be a Dubai chic in behind that trip. Now, he could fly you out here, you can fly you out there. How you going to get the money to pay for that? Well, he's going to fly you over to Dubai first. He's going to put some work in. So this might be a little explicit, but what these guys do is they'll fly an IG model specifically, or preferably an American IG model, and they will take them over there and they will poop and dookie on them and let it sit on them maybe for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour. Let that shit dry up on them. Not only that, they will have animals peeing on these girls. They will also have kids that are underage, and I'll say young men that are under the age of 18 have their way with these girls. And I'm talking about sexual pleasures with these girls. And that's what these IG models go through. I'm not talking about all of them, but there are enough of them that go through these things. You're not going to be able to retire on that money because you're probably going to be blowing it on these extravagant trips. And then once you get older, you're thinking, hey, maybe I can just go out, get a Dubai sheik to fly me out one last time and get 50 grand off of them. And the sheik's thinking like, nope, no, I want that nice 18-year-old or 21-year-old over there, and that way I can do it with her. So unless you're an IG model and you're getting these big paychecks, $30,000, $50,000, maybe even $70,000 a pop, if you're not saving it, you're not going to retire.
By and large, we know many of them are actually sex workers. Let's just be honest. A lot of women who actually push that kind of like super luxury, lavish lifestyle, they're not telling you what they have to do behind closed doors to get.
Okay, so she's saying it right now. And like I told you before, I watch 10 seconds at the most of these videos before I'll just preview about 10 seconds. Most of the time, 5 seconds, and then I'll just run it. Maybe she might talk about what I was just talking about.
Get that. But again, they're pushing a lifestyle that people generally are able to obtain, if they're able to obtain it, when they're like in their 60s or retired. Like a very small percentage of people who live like that. And then when they do, they're
Exactly. You want girls around here, right? You want girls 23 years old, 22, 18. They want a guy that's like right around 20. Their ideal guy is a guy that's 28 years old, driving a Porsche 911, driving a Lexus LC500, driving the new Corvette. They want a guy like that. Well, guys around that age, they're not making the money unless you're somebody that's in entertainment, maybe sports star. If you're not running the rock on the football field or dribbling the basketball, dunking on people, well, you're not going to have a lot of guys out there doing stuff like that. So, yes, the dream that they want is definitely obtainable. I mean, it's unobtainable, especially with the kind of girls that they are, man. You got girls out here that's 21 years old, 178 pounds, and they're 5'4", talking about, I'm a bad bitch, and yes, I want a guy that's 6'6", six-pack, $289,000 Lexus LC500.
Nope.
Not going to get it, okay? And yes, it's because of girls like Sexy Red. You got girls like, I can't even think of the name of these fools. Cardi B. What's that one that looks all weird? She look like she got downs. What's the one? She got the curly hair. I can't even remember her name. It's like, Sexy Red, Cardi B. I don't even know these fools' name. You got Glorilla. It's that light-skinned chick with the curly hair. She got like red hair. They say she black, but she ain't.
Nope.
Damn, I forgot her name, but y'all probably know who it is. But girls like that, yes, they're pushing a dream out here that's unobtainable, and these girls are catching on to it. And plus, these girls are broke. They need money out here. They don't want to work. That's a big thing to it, too. These girls do not want to work at all. Now, back in the days, women would definitely get a job. They would help their man out. They would look at a family being the picture perfect American dream. Now, these girls right now, they think that what you're living, if you're a guy and you got a place on your own and you got a car and you got this and you got a big screen TV, she thinks she should be in your position, okay? And you should be pining for her. What it is she actually wants to control the chips. She wants to have the upper hand, but people already know that men predominantly in this country make more money than women do because women don't work the jobs willing to take the risk. Women aren't out there cleaning out sewers. Women aren't out there doing construction. Women aren't out there in the ocean farming for Alaskan snow crabs. They're not doing the jobs like that. But men are, and they're getting paid big money. Women are not out there in the oil fields. So the chances of you getting, unless you're in some certain specific areas, the chances of you getting what he has, well, it's not gonna be as obtainable as you think it is. So let's go to the next video. But that's what it is, man. Women, they want to be you. They definitely want to be you. They want all the things that you got. I had a girl, man. This girl's like 23, and she was like, I had been dealing with her for a while, and she was like, I come out rocking my gold chain. I ain't got no shirt on. And she's like, where's my gold chain? I was like, what? I was like, man, if you don't get your ass up. Bro. All right, let's go into this video right here, man. We got another video for you right here. Sticking into this. Can a man afford a woman? Can your man afford you? Let's hear it.
Afford to take me on a date. If you can't afford to court me, you probably should not be dating.
What's the future?
Yeah, what's the future for us? It is not to say you're not an amazing person. Dating costs, let's be honest. Going on a date, it costs money. Dating, having a girlfriend,
leaving your house costs money.
Yes, leaving your house, $35.99.
Staying in your house costs money.
Yes, okay? So it's just like, honestly, if you do not have the means, baby, you should not be dating. If you can't afford...
Yes, leaving your house does definitely cost money. And it's honestly, it's going to cost money if you're a girl, okay? Because leaving your house, look at him, look at her. He has a $50 haircut. She has a $150. Well, this is probably a weave right here. So I don't know how much a weave would cost, but just say like her makeup. She looks very put together. Her makeup, her outfit. She has the neck choker on with the shoulders exposed. Her makeup is on fleek. Her eyelashes, her eyebrows, all that stuff. You know, she probably got this microbladed. She got her lips looking nice. Her teeth are good. So she's looking really picturesque right now. It's going to cost you money to get this look right here. When this guy right here, he can do what I do. Drink water, jump in the sauna, get a $50 haircut. He's good to go, and he's looking like this. And shave up a little bit. So it costs him a lot less money to leave the house than her. So women, they're definitely going to need guys. That's the problem right now. They know that they need you, but they want to be you so bad, they don't want you. All right? They actually want to switch positions. Like that Usher song, Changing Places. Tonight I'm gonna, cause we're changing places. I probably had the tune all off. I wasn't even on tune. Anyway, they want to change places with you. They want to have what you got. Honestly, if they could, they would give you their kids too. They probably give you their kids and be like, no, raise these kids. I'm going to live over here, living my best life. Okay, I'll get my kids every other. Now, I don't know if they're going to do all that.
Nope.
They might not do all that. But anyway, they want your financial situation. They don't like the financial situation that they're in. All right. They also want that penis between your legs too. All right. Because penis shows domination. You're actually inserting it into them. They don't want to be inserted into. They want to insert it into you. So they want to be you. Women actually want to be men.
Or to take me on a date. If you can't afford to court me, you probably should not be dating.
What's the future?
Yeah, what's the future for us? It is not to say you're not an amazing person. Dating
That's the thing, man. You're gonna have to have money to get out here and start dating right now. You definitely gonna have to have some money. And I'm not talking about like you're getting paid $1,000 on Friday and you got to pay your electric, your phone bill, you got to pay your car payment. So you're only going to have like what, $200 left over. And now you're going to go take her out. And you got to spend the rest of the week figuring out after you take her out on this coffee date and buy some little bonbons or get her some McDonald's, get her that new Wendy patty melt. After you do that, you got to figure out the rest of your week. How are you going to get to work? How are you going to do this and that? You don't want to be in that situation. You want to actually have enough funds so you can be able to live the rest of your life. And so if you can't do that, maybe you should not be dating. Maybe you actually can't afford a girl. So let's hear what this guy says right here. This is a knockoff Rick Ross right here. All right. Let's see what he has to say. It says, ladies, if he can't afford at least $100 to $150 on a date, leave him alone. Let's hear it.
Or to spend at least $100 to $150 on a nice quality date. When you meet a woman you trying to pursue, you don't need to be dating. Like, I don't be getting some of these dudes be trying to take women to coffee shops and going to get smoothies and walks through the park and all this stuff. Like, man, go sit down and enjoy a nice, good meal with each other. Like,
now, I understand what he's saying, but on a first meeting, and I call it a first meeting, okay? On a first meet, yeah, you might want to go do that. You might want to go I've taken a girl to go get a smoothie. I'm not telling that story. I'm not telling that story. So anyway, I took a girl to get a smoothie, and it turned out pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams.
You get my drift? Smoothie. That's it. So, and I've taken girls out for a first date to a nice dinner because honestly, when I take a girl out to a dinner, I expect to spend $200 to $250 on a date. But I also pick my dates selectively on who I want to do that with. If I get a certain vibe from this person, I'm like, okay, well, we can just go get a smoothie. If I get a certain vibe from this girl, I'm like, okay, well, I can take you to a nice dinner. Now, we're not going to be going to Ruth's Chris. I reserve that for myself, okay? Your ass ain't getting no steak. I know I slipped up and said that in the beginning of the show. You ain't getting no steak.
Nope.
Steak is for Poppy. Steak is for Daddy over here. Now, when I go to the Philippines, yes, I will be treating a girl to a nice fat steak, okay, to a very expensive dinner. But Daddy's in the building. But yeah, man, like I expect to spend around $200 to $250. But you got to sort out who you're gonna do these things with. Different girls, different different strokes for different folks. Different girls like different things. Some girls don't want to be wined and dined. Instead of wine and dine, they're like, hey, can you just break me off with a little bit of monies? Some girls, hey, if they're into fitness, like this one girl was, she was trying to get her fitness goal together, and you could tell this girl was like an athlete. Well, she just wanted to, and she was a vegetarian, vegan, and all this crazy stuff. Well, she's not going to want to go out and go get a nice dinner because what she ate was very limited, so she just wanted to get a green smoothie, and she was like, oh, my God, take me.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams.
So let's listen to what else he has to say.
Some of y'all do be trying to cheapskate y'all way through the whole dating process. And then y'all always wonder why y'all meet these low-bearing fruit. You know, it's okay to meet a woman who likes to eat good and go out and do nice things. That makes you elevate and level up as a man. Y'all want to be stuck with women that just cool with smoothies and coffee shops and all this type of low standard stuff, man. Up your own standards as a man. You should want to.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut in right there because, no, that's not low standard stuff. Like I said, different strokes for different folks. So this girl that I actually, girl's 21 years old. I took her to the mall, and she was in the mall massaging my shoulders when I was in line, paying for whatever I got her at the mall because Daddy was up in the building. I'm standing in line. She's standing behind me, massaging my shoulders while I'm in line. You think that's low budget? That ain't low budget right there. That make you feel like a king, right there. So, you know, I see what he's saying. I get the direction he's going, and I agree with him. But certain things, you know, like I said, it's different strokes for different folks, different things for different girls.
Go eat a nice good steak or some good salmon and potatoes and vegetables with a good quality woman. That keeps your level up. That keeps your health and your strength up. Level up your standards, man. Stop trying to cheapskate these women.
Actually, what'll keep my strength up is if I eat that fat steak on my own. That'll keep my strength up. I get all the protein then, and that way I'm able to deliver. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me see. Let me get this video is going long. It's going way too long, so I'm gonna have to wrap this shit up because I'm about to go over to the sauna real quick. Let's go into this last video right here, okay?
But what I'm saying is that when men don't have the money to date, they start getting mad at women that certain women don't want to mess with them. But it's like, you don't have the money to date me right now. If you go home, you level yourself up, you get your P's up, whatever, then come back when you are stable enough to date.
Do you know why that's BS though, yeah? Because like I said earlier, there's guys that are broke that get a lot of box. Why is it those broke guys get box?
Because they look the part. How about that?
So
how about that?
Broke guys that are good looking can get box for free, but then other guys they have to work hard. I gotta work hard so I can get some box that next man got for free. No. Does that make? Is that fair?
Not necessarily.
It's not all about being fair. That's the thing, and I talked about this before. I was talking about how if you're Pookie or Ray Ray, then you might get it for free. Okay, she might you have some attributes that she likes. She like your chest. She like how your abs are popping. She like the new Jordans that you got on. Maybe you're Ray Ray and you're just like dressed to the nines, even though your ass is broke. She like the way that you're dressed. Maybe if you're Pookie, you're giving off that thug YN vibe, and she's like, oh man, this guy probably could choke me out pretty good and treat me like a piece of trash, like I know I deserve to be, and she's gonna go and give it to him for free. But like I said, those guys are only going to get it for free for so long. That's the thing. Now, you might come in there, and they could still be in the background, but they'd only be clapping it up like once, maybe twice a year, and you'll still be in the picture. So, but, you know, they're anyway, what I'm saying is, no, it's not fair. This game ain't fair out here. There's girls out here that might see me. They're like, you know something? You definitely got to wine and dine me. You got to do this and that. But then there's girls that'll see me. They're like, you know something? You just come off like a damn man, and I like it. Here, come over here and take this. I had this one girl told me, she was like, God did a good job making you a man. I was like, really? Because the backstory, I can't even tell you the backstory behind that. Maybe one day, but anyway, yeah. So it's not free. It's not gonna be fair for everybody. That's not what we're out here doing. We're out here trying to level the playing field the best that you can. But what that might what you might have to do is get your funds up. Get your funds up, get your own place, maybe get a nicer car, get out of that Ford Focus, and get you a Lexus RCF. Get you a Lexus IS 500 with the V8 in it. Get you a BMW 3 Series or a 5 Series. Maybe you might have to do that to level up. Now, is that going to keep her? I don't think so.
Nope.
You're definitely going to have some money for the honey.
Necessarily, I'm saying there's actually guys, who their currency is their Jordans. Like their currency is their their people be like assets. Like, oh my god, like you're not.
She just said, I swear, I didn't watch this whole video. She just said it right there. And this is another thing, man. Your currency could also be like the time that you spend with them. Okay, your currency could also be like when she goes to mentally dump on you and say, sit down, plop on the couch. Well, Lisa, that chick ain't nothing, and blah, blah, blah. And my boss said he was going to fire me, and blah, blah, blah. And okay, so that could be a currency, too. There's other things besides money that could be a currency, or just getting your status up, working hard, so you get these other things. Like she said, it could be your Jordans. It could be your gold chain. It could be your demeanor. All these things could be different. Now, ultimately, once they get to that certain age and they're ready to be stable, and it's different for different girls, usually the black girls, they want to be stable like right around 35. They think 35, 38, they think they can go out there after having 3 kids from 4 different baby fathers. They think they can come out there and just settle down and get them a nice simp. And no, I don't. Usually, it's not going to work out, especially not now. Guys are waking up.
Most women as well will only date you because of what you have, and that's the reality.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, she's not dating you, bro. She's dating that Rolex on your wrist, and girls are stupid for that. Because if you don't put a Rolex on my wrist, I'm not involved. That's the time I'm on. That's me, though. Innit?
You hear that? Did you hear that shit right there? She literally just said it. So, like, when I come up and I got all this stuff in my head, and these are all my thoughts, but it's because I'm outside. I'm talking to the millennials. I'm talking to the Gen Xers. I'm talking to the Gen Zs, all right? I see what Gen Alpha is doing. I see what they're doing. I'm coaching Gen Alpha. I see what these boys are talking about. I see what these little girls are doing on my Snapchat. On my son's Snapchat. I see how they got their tongue all hanging out of their mouth and calling my son Pookie and shit like that. I see how millennials are out here struggling. Millennials are out here struggling. They got 2 different baby dads 2 different kids by 5 different baby dads. All right. They're living in a ran down apartment. Their car, they just got into their second accident in the same car. They trade that in, get in another car. The damn wheels blow out on this car. That's a true story. I'm telling you, man. I know. I've dealt with these people before, man.
But most girls are on the, I want to date his chain. Like, stop being stupid.
But like she said, because I had thought, I lost my train of thought. Like she said, oh, he's wearing a Rolex. Well, I want the Rolex on. Because they want to be you. They want what you have. The situation, when they see you rolling down the block in that 7 Series BMW, picture me rolling like Tupac, they wish they could switch positions with you. More now than ever before, because they want the power in the situation. They said, and this is a problem because of feminism, saying that you don't need no man. You're a strong, independent woman. The only thing about it is they're not strong and independent, and they're not willing to put in the hours at work, willing to work that second job to get the funds. They're not willing to put in the extra work to get the funds to be rolling in that 7 Series Benz like you are. Okay. Then they don't want to go out there and get on that Alaskan fishing boat or be drilling for oil to get the funds for that 7 Series Benz. They just want it. They want it. So, yeah, of course, they're going to go out here. They're going to get on LonelyFans. They're going to start up their LonelyFans account. They're going to do it through other alternate ways and try to get money. And most of the time, yes, they will strike out. They'll strike out. I see it. There's a girl right now at this very minute that I know. I jump on Snapchat. I see what's going on in her life. She's striking out, striking out, striking out. She's very good looking, 25 years old. And her life, if it keeps going down this direction, and I'm talking about like within the next year and a half, shit's over.
I want to date his
What
car.
do you date a guy for?
What?
What?
His Richard Millie. I'm joking.
But what I'm
Yeah,
saying
so
is,
they want you, man. You got to step your money up. I mean, you got to step your game up. Got to have the money to get some of this honey. All right, man. I got to get up out of here. This video went way too long. All right. Black Suburban Dad Reviews. Tell a friend to like the video. You like the video, like and subscribe. Share it. Peace. I'm out, and I'll see you again later.